Yeah, okay, this is what we're going to do. Pay attention to this. Please, Christian, Miguel, Gabriela, right? Everyone, please turn on your camera. So we will start right now. Yes.
Voy a ver si está, mister.
Kenneth, Gabriela.
Mister, ¿cómo se llama el documento?
Wait. Let's wait. I will explain you, but wait. Diego Betancur and Sebastian, hurry up. Kenneth as well. You have to turn on your camera. Okay, now we're 22. Yes. So,
Mr. Escas, when I am out of Zoom, my camera come off.
but no worries. You can turn it on right now. Yes. So guys, okay, if you notice, is missing just Leticia, I guess. No, sorry, Leticia is here. Who's missing? Okay, we have Carlos, Linis, Miguel, Diego Miguel, Hilary, Brisa, Ángeles, Christian, Gabriela, Sebastián. Who is missing? Let's check who's missing.
Diego Betancourt.
He's here, I guess.
No, he's here.
No, I will pass attendance. Andrea Larissa,
Present.
Andrea Montserrat, Montserrat is here, right? Angela, Ángeles,
Present.
yo, Brisa. Yes, Brisa is here. Gabriela,
Present.
good job. Glini,
Present.
Hillary,
Present.
good. Maria Jose, yes, Maria Jose is here. Leticia,
Present.
Bayron is missing, right? Diego Miguel,
Beiran is present.
Diego Gabriel, yes. Gustavo, Carlos Trujillo, we have Carlos Caleb. Okay, Miguel Alejandro. Miguel,
Present.
Miguel
Present.
Eduardo.
Present.
And Sebastián. Okay, Josie is missing, Diego Betancourt, and
Beiran.
Bayron, right? So let's start right now. So,
Mister, I need to go to the bathroom.
we're gonna pray right now. So Khaled, you must wait, right? So you know that today is Monday, right? And we have to start with the best attitude, right? We have to start giving thanks to our Lord, yes, because He allow us to stay here, right, in classes, a new day. Yes, so that's why I'm gonna ask to Kenneth to please first turn on your camera and then pray to our Lord for us. So everybody, close your eyes, put your hands together and your hands together as well. And let's pray. Let's listen to Kenneth.
Thank you, God, for our family, for the food, for the water, and for all the good things that you give us and you're gonna give in the future. Thank you for the life and for for all, and I am thank you with you for all the things you give us. Amen.
Amen. So, um, let's start then. But first, I need to explain you something, right? I need to explain you that today, as if you notice, we have some topics, right, that you already know, that you already discussed, that you already practice, right? But we have to make a review, right? And that is because we are almost finishing the period, right? And we need to practice some of those topics, yes? And for today, we have two topics to practice with, yes? So what we are gonna do is, in this first hour, right, we're gonna discuss, right? We're gonna have, if you have questions, you may ask questions, yes, about the topic. And then, right, in the second hour, you have to go to the platform, right, to the San Jose del Carmen, right, you know. And in the math class, we have two worksheets, right? We have two worksheets. I think that I'm gonna, okay, here we have, I'm gonna share with you, right, what you have to, I don't know if you can see, guys. Can you see my board,
Yes.
yes, right? So
Yes.
then we will go here, yes, to the platform, and then what it says, resources, right? That is the same as you say recursos, yes, and then you will go down, yes, and at the end we have two documents, right? We have multiply decimal power by power of tens, that is the review that we have today, and also we have multiply decimal number by whole numbers, yes. So these two worksheets is the one that you have to, right? You have to download and work on them. Yes. And if you notice, we have the date, today's date right here. So you won't confuse in this. Are you clear in this, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so enough. And when you finish, right, you have to set it, to take a picture and send it to me, to my email, right? Yes.
Mister, I have a question. What these are in the digital or in
No,
the
no.
note?
When you have the exercises, right, you will download the worksheet, right? And you may do it in your homeworks, in your, sorry, in your notebooks. After you finish, you have to take a picture and then you have to send it to me.
Pero entonces es
But
en
speak
el
in English,
cuaderno, no
please.
es digital.
Sorry?
Es en el cuaderno, no es digital.
Yes, yes, of course.
Mister, we can print the
Yes,
page.
if you can do it, you may do it,
Ah, okay.
right? But if you are not able to print something, you have to work on your notebooks. Yes? So let's start then with the first topic for today. That is actually the lesson 4. Let's go to our books, right? Let's go to page 169. 169. Everybody. 169.
I am there, Mister.
Okay, so and then we have in homework practice, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you solve these exercises, right? You already solved it. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, it's easy.
Yes, of course. And we will be talking about multiply decimal by power of 10. Do you know what is the power of 10? No?
That is exponent of 10.
Power of 10, right? Now we have multiply decimal by 10, sorry, by 1, by 10,
By
by
2,
100, right? And by 1,000,
1,000.
yes? So, also we have a square chart, yes, that they told us. Do you remember? That we can use as well, the power of 10, right? Like for example, 10 to the first power, to the second power, yes?
And the third power.
Third power, right? So now I have a question to you. What do we have to do when we are multiplying decimal by power of 10? Like for example, in the exercise,
To move the point.
yes, the only thing that you have to do
Move
is move the point
the point.
according to,
What page the number of zeros?
like for
You have
example, exercise number 1 in page 169. Yes, we have 0, yes, and we have 0 and 0, 56, yes, times 10, times 10. So, you know what is the answer of this exercise?
I know, mister.
Ahí es.
Which is the answer of this exercise?
0.57.
0.
0.57.
Okay, good job. 50.
Mister, when we have 10, we need to move the point to the
Es
to the right.
Yes, you're right.
And we have 0.1. We
And-
need to move to the left.
Yes, of course. Yes. And then we have 10. I'm going to write here 10. Actually, we have to the 0, right? And then we have 10 to the first, to the second, right? To the third power. Yes. And then, and so on, right? To the fourth power. Yes? Yes, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing when we are talking about when we have the number 10, right? That is actually this one. You have to move, right? The number of zeros we have here to your right. Yes? And then we have the decimal point here. And then if we move to our right, we have to move over here. Yes? And that's why the answer is 0 and 57.
And
Yes.
the 0 tell us the times that we're gonna move the series, the
Yeah.
point.
Of course. The number of times that we are going to move the decimal point is the number of zeros we have in the
number.
And the number of times that we are going to move the decimal point when we are talking about the factors is the factor that we have in the number 10, right? Like for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, but the only difference is that, which is the difference between this one and this one? About this one, the first one, and this one and this one. Which is the difference?
The difference is that in the other you just tense and put
The place of the decimal point.
Why, Bayron?
Wait.
Can you explain why? This one we move to our when we have 10, 100, 1,000, we move the decimal point to our
right
right. And what about this one?
to the
Do we move the decimal point to our right?
No, to the left.
We move to our
left.
I'm gonna write here
Different movement.
to our left, right, and this one to our right. Yes. So Then here we have this example, right? And then we're gonna solve another one, right? Like for example, we have 0, the same. 0 and 0, 57, right? Times 100. You know the answer of this one?
Yeah, mister.
Which is the answer?
5.7.
5.7.
5 and 7.
We have, how many zeros we have in 100?
2.
2, right? We have 1 and 2. So it means that we have to move the decimal point to our
2 times.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Oh, we move twice. 1, 2. Right. So my answer will be the 5 and
7.
7. Yes. Do you understand so far, guys?
Yes, easy, mister.
Easy. So now we will do a different one. Yes.
Mister, this page I am doing.
Yes. Yes, of course.
What is
And then here we have, like, for example, 2, right? 214 and 8, right? Times 1, like for example. Which is the answer of this one? 214 times 8. Which is the answer, guys?
214 and 8.
Yes, right? Because every number that we multiply
It's the same.
by 1 is going to be the same number, right? 214 times 8. Yes? So, let's do another one then. And then we have 214 times 8. We will do the same exercise, right? By 0 and 1. So, what do we have to do here? What do we have to do?
Move the decimal point.
Okay, from what? From where? To our right or to our left?
Our right.
To our right? Okay, guys. I need to mention that when we have 0, right, and then a number, like for example, a decimal number.
Is 0.2148.
No. When we have these kind of numbers, right, when we have decimal number here, the only thing that you have to do is to move the decimal point, right, to your left, like these ones, right? And how many numbers do I have to move? How many places do I have to move? The numbers that we have here. I will count how many numbers do I have after the decimal point, about this one. How many numbers do I have after the decimal point? We have 0 and 1. How many numbers do I have?
1.
Numbers?
1.
1 number. So, and then I got 14, right? 8. Yes? And then if I have the decimal point here, right? If I have to move it to my left once, right? Yeah. Which will be the answer? Guys, which will be the answer? Here I have
21.4.
yes.
21 and
21 and 48.
and 40.
Yes.
And 48.
You have to do here is to move the decimal point, the numbers you have after the decimal point. Okay? Yes. So let's do another one. Let's imagine that we will have here, but wait. Let's imagine that we have here a 0.01. Which is the answer of this one? How many numbers do I have after the decimal point?
2,
2. So it means that I have to move how many times?
2 times.
2 times, right? So the answer would, that we have here is
2 and 148.
2 and 148, because here we have the decimal point, right? And then we have 1, 2. So we'll have to place the decimal point. So guys, are you clear in this?
Yes, mister.
Okay, so the exercises you have in the worksheet are like this one, right? Like this one, by 1, 10, 100, and by 0 and 0, 1, 0 and 1, or 1. Yes? So, do you have questions so far?
No, mister.
No? Are you
Easy.
clear?
No, mister, it's so easy.
It is easy. Actually, it is easy, right? So, now we're gonna move to the next topic then, right? And I need you to go to page,
What page, mister?
wait. I think that is the lesson for multiply decimal by whole number. Okay? And that is in page, let's go to page 187, everyone. 187. Yes, are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
What
So,
page, mister?
187.
Mister, ¿me escucha? ¿Me
Yes,
escucha bien?
Gustavo. Yes. Tell me, Gustavo.
587. Oh, 507.
187.
187.
Mister, I look that is easy too.
Yes, it is easy, right? But some of you may have questions, yes? That's why we are here, yes? Before you start doing the exercises from the platform, yes? So, this topic as well is easy, right? Because the only thing that you have to multiply, right? Yes, like for example, we have, or do you know what you have to do here, guys? Do you know? No? Do you know what you have to do? Okay, when we are
Multiply with a decimal point.
yes, when we are multiplying, right, a number decimal by whole numbers, yes, we will do the same process, yes, as if we are multiplying whole numbers. As for example, we have 2, 27 and 4, right, times, and for example, in the book, we have 7. Yes? So, could you please work in this exercise? Okay, the first thing that you have to do, guys, is to multiply, right? As if you have the, right, another whole number here. Do not pay attention right now. Do not pay attention to the decimal point, and work it as 274. Yes. And tell me which is the answer. 274 by 7. Which is the answer?
I have the answer.
Okay, tell me which is the answer.
191 and 8.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually,
Mr. Me too, I have the answer.
Me too, Mister. I have the answer.
good job.
I have
So,
the answer.
actually, if we multiply, okay, I'm gonna write it here again. Here we have 27.4, right? Times 7. Yes?
It's
So,
28.
the thing that I have to do is to multiply. I'm gonna take the whole number, right? 27 and 4, but I will take it as 274. Yes? Times 7. Yes? So, I know that the answer of this multiplication will be 1,000, yes, 980.
1.8.
Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Here I have it with the decimal point, right? But how do I have to place the decimal point? How?
When
How?
Mr. I can explain
number
in his,
The
Mr. Ivik, look, the number that are behind the decimal point 4,
Okay.
it is just one number, so we need just to move one,
Good job,
just
Glennis.
one.
We are gonna look, we are going to pay attention to the decimal point, right? After we multiply the numbers, right? We have to place the decimal point, we have to pay attention to the number that is actually the decimal point, right? In this case, it's 27 and 4. So I will count how many numbers do I have after the decimal point. How many numbers do I have after the decimal point? 2 numbers?
One.
One.
1, because I have just number 4. So it means that I have to move
Only one time.
only 1. But how do I do, where do I have to start?
There.
So we will start right at the end of the number, right? Like for example,
Yes.
here we will imagine that here we have the decimal point. Yes, and then if I have move to our left 1. Yes, so the answer is 191 and 8. Yes, do you understand?
Mister,
Yes.
lo que hice para sacar esa respuesta fue poner el punto, pero no sabía de que para sacarlo había que hacer eso.
Yes, of course, you have to multiply first. And then that's why we are gonna make an example of this. We have, like for example, we have for example, 105, right? 105 and 0 and 4 by 0 and 4. 0 and 4. So what you have to do, guys? What you have to do, guys? To multiply, right? 105 times 4 or 04, that is the same, right? So solve this multiplication and tell me the answer.
420.
420, right? 420. Yes? So guys, now, which is the decimal number in this multiplication? 105 or 0 and 4?
0 and 4.
0 and 4.
4, right? This is my decimal. So what do I have to do? I have to move. How many numbers do I have to have? Do I have?
One.
So I
One.
have to move when. So I start here to my left. When. Yes. So which is the answer?
42 and 0.
42.
Just 42. Yes. This is the answer. Because after that we have 0. Yes. So do you understand, guys?
Yeah, mister.
Yes.
Are you clear? Do you have questions?
No.
No? Okay, so if you don't have question, guys, you may start working in the worksheet. So go right now to the platform, download the exercises, right? And send it to me, a picture. So I'm gonna
Okay, mister.
we will start in reading class. Get ready to play charades. Yes?
Mr. But it's 2 hours of math.